new episode of Conflicts. Today we'll be talking about the best way to wear your Iron Man suit. Now, this here is by BuyFullBodyArmor.com, in which if you haven't heard about them, they make a variety of different cool cosplay costumes, including War Machine, Iron Man, you name it, everything is on there, and they are absolutely superb. Now, if you haven't seen the video of me unboxing it, be sure to check out the link down below in the description. And without further ado, let's go ahead and take this thing down and put this thing on. Alright, so right now it's currently on its stand here. So what we're going to do is we're going to unplug it, and then we're going to start taking all the different parts off of it. So what I usually do is remove the arms first. So you can see over here that these are little clips here. Just go to unclip it, and this will go ahead and just drop the arm. Now before you drop it, you have to notice that there's actually cables here that are connected. I personally labeled them myself, so I have this white tape here. So that way if you go ahead and just unclip it, you can re-clip it again once you have to. Just makes things a little bit easier. Now every single side is going to have a few different clips, so just keep that in mind, and it's quickly just simple plug and play. Now after that, you can go ahead and technically just remove the whole entire thing if you wanted to, just like this. And then from there, you just go ahead and disassemble it one by one. All right, so on this side here, you're gonna have an extra clip because this is where it houses the wire for the headpiece. So you have 3 instead of 2. And again, simple clip and play. Again, I would highly recommend labeling them just how I did here. Just makes things a little bit more easier. Now, do note when you do put it back on the stand, it's just literally the reverse steps overall. All right, so then from here, we're gonna go ahead and remove the arm piece and then just unclip it from here. And then just slide this piece off here. From there, I would recommend removing the helmet. Technically, you can remove the neck separately from the helmet, but it's entirely up to you on how you want to do that. This just makes it a little bit more easier to go ahead and put on and put off. However, if you can do it without it, I would recommend it just because it makes it one less step overall. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the sides here. So if you come over here, there's these gold screws. Now they do give you extras if you have to use them. That's up to you, but just keep track of them as they do get lost quite easily, just like that. The nice thing about the screws is that they're all the same, so if you do lose it, you can always just swap them out. Now what this will do is kind of open it up just like this, and then there's also a Velcro strap here. Just go ahead and unvelcro that, just like that. Okay, well now I'm going to go ahead and unhook this from the bottom here. There you go. And again, I labeled everything for the numbers. This just makes my life a little bit easier in terms of putting things back. So I mark these both with X's. That way I know that these wires go together. Again, just makes it a little bit more easier. So you want to make sure you disconnect both legs first before you take this thing off. And then after you have removed the torso, just go and place that down. Now this is probably one of the heaviest components. If you look inside here, you can actually see all the electronic components right over there. So the batteries will go inside there as well, and then there's a toggle switch to turn it on and off. And then for this part here, it's quite simple. You just go ahead and unclip it, and then from there, what I would recommend is just sliding off the leg pieces, just like that. And then we're just gonna go ahead and unclip this side over here. Now you have your Iron Man suit out and ready to be installed. Alright, so now that we're all set and ready to go, the first thing you want to do is actually change your outfit into this. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so now that we're wearing our spandex, the next thing we're going to do is start wearing on our suit. Now the way to do that, you actually have to have an assistant, in which I have my beautiful wife with me, Mebo. Say hi.
Hi.
And she'll be helping me out here, so let's go ahead and start putting this thing on. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is put on the legs. So we're going to go ahead and slide it down just like this. Alright, and then we have to put this over. So it's like suspenders essentially, so we're going to go ahead and install one side, and we're going to do the same thing with the other foot. And then just sliding it into play. You want to make sure you keep track of the wires, as we're going to be using them very shortly. So let's go ahead and do the most difficult part, which is the torso. The trick behind this is that if you open it from the side the way we just did right here, you can technically slide right into it, and that should make it a little bit more easier. So far we have our torso and our legs on, both of which are connected. So let's go ahead and do the shoes next and get that situated. So now that I have my shoes on, I can do a little bit of flex to kind of see how much movement I have. I can bend down as far as I can bend, unfortunately. But let's go ahead and put our arms next and get those situated. That's one arm, and now we're going to do the other arm. So the next thing we're going to do is put on our hands. So you're going to go ahead and unzip that right there, and then slide into play. Okay. So that's one hand, and now we got to do the other hand. All right, so everything else looks good. The last piece is going to be our helmet. So when you do put that wire in, make sure you run it through this side here, and you have to slide the neck underneath the armor. All right, so there you have it. Looks like this here is a suit, and everything feels fine and comfortable. And you can see that is the correct way of wearing this. Now, to remove it would be exactly the opposite direction. First remove the helmet, then remove the arms, then the torso, then the legs, and yeah, pretty simple concept. All right, so we can go ahead and try this out a little bit. So if I go ahead and hit number 2, now I'll go ahead and turn on the jet propellers. And then if I hit number 3, that's a side rocket, just like that. And then number 4, oh, this is one. And then if I hit number 5, aha, how cool is that? So just like that, you can go ahead and control the suit up to you. Haha. All right, well with that said, if you guys have any questions, comment down below. Otherwise, see you guys next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.